Shalom, call halal, Yahweh Shemel Shabbat, Hashem Kakbadash, double honors to the elder apostles and elder bishops of GMS, even the elders who came before them that taught us his truth. Shalom and salutations to all the brothers who are pushing the word of truth and its sincerity, the hopeful elect tabernacle of David. The Alcohol that are listening, learn, and be on the pillar of rest, the 144,000, one-third, the hopeful elect of Israel. The brother slash elder, shalom and salutations to you all. And today is a World War III daily update, the day that we call War and Rumors of War Tuesday, where we read Matthew 24 and 6. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. That old famous phrase. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. Then we go in and we read these different versions to get some slight fluctuations. NIV, rumors of war. NLT, threats of wars. Good news, noise of battles close by, and news of battles far away. And in the Aramaic, you're going to hear reports of wars. Reports, rumors, threats, and news. The news go. Let's hear the news. Dialogue works. It's in progress right now. Colonel Larry Wilkerson, Yemen strikes back. Iran's defiance, Russia's gambit. America's high stakes. Take it away, Nima. Come on, Nima. Bear with me, Salaki. That's not good. All right, I'm going to speed it all the way up to the current. See if that helps. Commercial, huh? Wow, this is bad. This is not good at all. Let's do this. Bear with me, please. Salaki.
Decapitate whatever lost the war-making apparatus, the Hezbollah apparatus. It doesn't change anything except, and we found this out during our war on terror, so to speak. We found out that oftentimes, if you kill the leader, you got a worse person coming in to take charge, worse in terms of your own interests. And one of the most glaring instances there was when we put Osama bin Laden to run, put him on the run and in caves and such, and finally got him.
Allegedly, rumors of war, right? Reports, news.
Ayman al-Zawahiri took over Al-Qaeda, and he was a lot more bloodthirsty than bin Laden. And
as rumor and innuendo.
We had other attacks in other regions put on by Al-Qaeda that were Zawahiri's real feat. So you don't know what you're going to get, but you probably have at least a 50-50 chance of getting a worse leader in the case, in terms of your own interest, in the case of killing, decapitating terrorist leadership. So it is at best a tactic fraught with potential dangers. And in this case, I think it's a lot associated with the use of the drone, which we became, especially the Reaper. I should throw the Predator in there too, but Reaper now is the principal one. We became so accustomed in Afghanistan and to a certain extent in Iraq and other places like Somalia to flying these things with virtual impunity that now that the Houthis have figured out how to, I think we're up to 22 or 23 that they've gotten now, if we believe the record, at quite a sum of money. We're talking about $1 billion. Um, and if you can't get the ISR properly, then no matter how precise your missile is that might come down from the drone or indeed from an F-16 or an F-18 or whatever, is no more dependable than an iron bomb. Because if your intelligence is bad, you're going to drop it on a religious ceremony, or you're going to drop it on a funeral, or you're going to drop it on some other civilian exercise that has nothing to do with the Al Ansar in particular. And maybe you'll get an occasional Houthi leader, but it's just not a very effective way to fight. And yet we're spending millions, if not billions of dollars on it. And look at what we're doing with our carriers, and look at what we're exposing our carriers to. I listened to Scott, for example, talking about what happened in the sea we don't have carrier battle groups anymore. We don't have enough ships. Scott used that term, CBBG, carrier battle group. That's the term I grew up with. That's the term Scott grew up with, because we grew up with what was a CVBG, a carrier, CV, battle group, BG. And that meant you had quite a few escorts, including submarines, usually attack subs, but occasionally you'd have a ballistic missile sub that would use your screen as a hiding place. We don't have that anymore because we don't have the ships and the boats. So we have strike groups. So Truman or Vincent or Roosevelt or whomever it might be goes in there with a few escorts, and that's it. One of the things that I learned from a Navy admiral, retired, I don't think an active duty guy would write this, in the very prestigious Naval Institute Proceedings magazine, was that because of what I'm talking about right now, if we lost a carrier and we put 5,000 souls in the water, 2,000 of them may be dead immediately, sunk, killed with the ship. But if 2,000 or 3,000 were still in the water, we don't have enough berth space on the escort ships to rescue them, to pick them up. No one's thought about that. And I'm sure this Navy admiral, glad he was retired already, he probably got excoriated for writing that. But imagine sailing into the Taiwan Strait and having a hyperballistic missile and maybe a 65 centimeter Wakeoming torpedo at the same time, or roughly the same time, hit a carrier and sink it just like that, which is what it would do. It'd go down just like that, fast. You probably have a couple thousand men and women in the water. Now you can't rescue them because you don't even have the berth space to pick them up, if you could even pick them up. Now, the reference to that, of course, is World War II, because that's the last time we had lots of carriers and we took a lot of damage and had to rescue people in the water. And people say, well, that's not a good model, but that's the only model we have. You're going to have people in the water who are in burning fuel. You're going to have people who are wounded in the water, and you have some people who have got their life stuff on and they're floating and they're sound people. They're not wounded or anything else, but you can't rescue them because you haven't got the space. You can't even put them on the deck space of the escorts because it's a strike group now, not a battle group.
We're going to end it right there. Sound like rumors of war to me, doesn't it? So we have succeeded in our quest. Let's look at that one more time. Did we hear rumors of war? We did. Did we hear threats of war? We did. Did we hear news of battles far away? I would say so. And there's Aramaic reports. Those are some good reports, right? Of how shit don't work, or what we don't have. We don't have carrier groups anymore. We got strike groups. So did we learn anything? This is what we learned. Is fallen. That great city. Revelation 14 and 8. There followed another angel saying, Babylon is fallen. That great city, Babylon, the great city, because she made all nations drink of the wine of the wrath of her fornication. Trump is running around saying, I'm I'm the leader of the United States and I'm the leader of the world. So with that, we hope that the elect are edified. You brothers, few sisters, shalom.